of the places that you've been to, what would you say are the most underrated?
So underrated. So my first choice would be the country of Myanmar or Myanmar, because that's one of those countries that has many, many different types of landscapes, from places like Inle Lake, where you've got, like sort of like these floating houses or sort of houses on stilts. But you've also got, and I'm going to say this wrong, it's Bagwan, which has like beautiful mountains. You can do the hot air balloon in there, and many, many other places around the country to go to. So my first choice would be Myanmar, because I think a lot of people don't go there, or if they have it in mind, they have a vision sort of conflict, or they don't think there's much to do there. But I actually spent 2 weeks in Myanmar, and there's plenty to do and plenty to see. I went on the road to Mandalay. The transport across the country is also very easy. And if you like Buddhas, there are Buddha temples in every sort of shape and form there. So I found it beautiful, and I found it sort of culturally interesting as well.
Okay.
Then the next one, I'm just looking at my notes. So the next place I think is underrated, and we've actually done an episode on this, is Kuwait. So Kuwait City.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because I hear so many people talk about Kuwait being boring. But it's not, right? It's to me, Kuwait is serene, it's beautiful, it has its own sort of history and flavor. So I would put Kuwait on the list of underrated cities and an underrated country, and encourage people to go there. My third on the list is a little bit specific now I'm looking at it. My third on the list is a place in Dubai, which is Green Planet.
Oh, right. Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, so this is like a sort of a tower within Dubai, which is like a sort of a massive greenhouse, but it's like about 5 stories? Yeah, 5 stories high. And it's full of all of these plants. I mean, as I said, it is a greenhouse. You can do the sloth adventure when you're in there, so you can hang out with the sloths, which is amazing. But there's birds like literally flying around as well. So the reason I say it's underrated is that it's a relatively random thing to find in the middle of desert. So I would put Green Planet on there. The my next recommendation would be Tikal in Guatemala. So Tikal is, they call it the lost city, so the lost Mayan city. And I say it's underrated because not many people go there. When people go there, the reviews are amazing. But, people typically go to sort of like Machu Picchu, or they go to Mexico to see sort of all the Aztec stuff. There's a big Mayan culture and history in Guatemala. And Tikal is, for me, it's breathtaking because you literally look out across a landscape and you see the whole city that has been sort of overgrown by the jungle, and you can just see the peaks of they're not pyramids, but of the structures of the city peeking out through the leaves. And then my top recommendation for places that are underrated is, I would say, Etosha National Park in Namibia. Oh. And again, it's not underrated as in when people go there, they love it, right? They really find the place fantastic. It's just that, again, when people are looking to go on a safari, they normally go to, the Serengeti or the Masai Mara or Kruger. Whereas for me, Etosha combined all the best things of all of those national parks into one. So I really loved Etosha in Namibia. Saw a huge amount of animals, and
Big Five are all there as well.
Yeah, Big Five are all there, and some beautiful lodges to stay in.
Yep.
And it's just.
We went there actually. We went there, and it was an absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
It was an amazing experience.
Yeah, exactly. So I recommend people to check out Etosha National Park.
Okay.
And for you, what would you say is your top 5 underrated places to visit?
Okay, so my first one's going to be a bit controversial, I think, but Rwanda,
Okay.
because we all know what happened with genocide there and everything. Well, we don't all know what happened there with the genocide, and to be honest, I wasn't really fully aware of it. It was only because when I moved to Dubai and I had a connection with Rwanda, and I went, and it was an absolutely stunning weekend. Obviously, there's the gorillas.
Yeah.
And you see and literally we went up to see the gorillas, and the first day we saw them, the gorillas were on the plane, and that was fine. But the second day we went up, and we were walking through, and then the guy said, shh. Okay, and we went round, and you literally hacked your way through the bushes, and then you came round the corner, and there was this great big silverback sitting on a mound, surrounded by mist.
Oh, wow.
And it was literally the gorillas in the mist. It was a stunning memory. And I also remember when we were there, I mean, he was the boss of the family, and there was like another 4 or 5 silverbacks and blackbacks there, and the kids were running around all over the place. And towards the end of it, the guide said to us, everybody put your cameras away and just look.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget that moment, because I remember looking up, and there was 2 little gorilla babies who had been in the trees above us just watching us, and they were just messing about up there, but they were watching us while we were watching all of them. And I'll never forget that. So that was really, really good. So Rwanda was an absolutely fantastic place to go to. The second place I'd say again was in Africa, and that was Senegal. And we went there, and they have what's called the La Mamouls, which is basically the boobies. And on one of the boobies, they have a lighthouse, and you can go out. And
everything's like the boobies are hills, right?
Yeah, they're hills. Yeah, little bumps. Sorry, international audience. And so, on one of the hills, they've got the lighthouse, and you see that, and that looks out across the ocean. And then on the other boobie, they have what's she called? I think it's a statue. It's called Statue of Independence or something. And the Prime Minister at the time, went against the whole of the government, and he said, "We're building this thing, and it's the biggest man-made structure in Africa since the pyramids in Egypt." And it's basically, it points out across the ocean. I think it points to the Statue of Liberty. But it's an amazing structure. And to be honest, that was the last time I actually saw something and went, wow.
Right. Took your breath away.
It literally did. It was an absolutely amazing experience. Another place which I think is underrated is in the group. It's kind of like, you've got Tallinn, you've got Croatia, Montenegro. That whole area, a lot of them, when you actually get there and you see them, I mean, people go there on party trips and stuff like that, but they don't really take in the scenery of the place and the architecture and the history of it. And I've been to Tallinn a few times.
Tallinn's beautiful, actually. I'd like to go back to Tallinn.
It's a stunning place. It's a stunning place. And the people are really, really friendly. Prague is like that as well. So that's great. One of the places that we've been to, Djibouti.
Oh, right.
Who goes to Djibouti?
Yeah, there's quite a lot to do in Djibouti, actually, yeah.
There really is a lot to do in Djibouti. And in the country. But,
oh, God.
But I think that's an absolutely fascinating place to go to. I really enjoyed it there.
Yeah, that's a good pick, actually, because it's outer worldly. It's like otherworldly, Djibouti. Yeah.
And then finally for me, Carpet Museum.
I nearly put that on my overrated list, like just to wind me up, just to wind you up.
No, Carpet Museum. But
I cannot wait. Like the Carpet Museum in Azerbaijan, specifically
in Baku, in Azerbaijan, which again is Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, all of these. Well, who's going there? Most people want to go there because it's cheap. They hear it's cheap, but no, there's amazing architecture, like the towers, the burning towers. It's an amazing place.
But is your top underrated location the museum or Baku?
For me, it's the museum.
You're such a nerd.
I would go back to Baku tomorrow because I really enjoyed the whole vibe and the atmosphere. I'm not going up the mountain again. I'm not doing that. I'm not going there. I'm a city boy. I'm staying in the city and I'm timing it for the next festival. But I'm going to the Carpet Museum and I'm going to just sit in there. I'm just absolutely going to sit in there. There's actually a few places around the world where I would just go, I just want to go to just to sit. And the Carpet Museum is definitely top 3. The gardens that we went to in Seoul.
Oh, yeah.
That's another place where I just want to go and just sit. There's just a few places, but those 2 top of the list. And again, they're not places that, everybody knows of.
Right.
That people don't know of those. But, and whale watching in Djibouti, geez, I still think about that bugger, 12-meter long fish right next to me. Unbelievable.
So I have no words, basically. Carpet museums.
The Carpet Museum, yeah.
Wins every time.
Yeah.